funky.
These are my 2 bullet journals of 2021, and I'm trying to make a voiceover, but if I don't have anything to say anymore, or I don't remember what I want to say, or something else, I will just put some music on and flip through. But let's start with the first one. This was the first journal of 2021. It's an Ottergami notebook, and I bought both notebooks of Amazon because sadly that was the only platform I could find to buy some new notebooks where I was able to buy something without having a credit card or a PayPal. So let's start. So first up we have my name, then a little key that I honestly never use. I mean, of course I use the things in it, but I never look at my key because I know what I use. Then we have a grid spacing page. As many of you may know from Amanda. Then a cover page with a quote from me. I don't know what to say about that. Then we have a year at a glance and also a future log because I like to do them both as one. But mostly I only use it for birthdays or when I have vacation. Because if it's like a doctor's appointment, or I don't know, maybe just some event, it's more likely that I put it into my phone than into my bullet journal. Then we have my goals. I wrote down mid-year goals, but actually it's my whole year, so you can look through that. There are books, sport, the grades I want to have, the subscribers I want to reach. Actually, that's not true anymore. I reached 10 and I lost 3, so now I have 7 subscribers. Then I wanted to sew something, and then I made a little first place, second place, third place. After that, we come to the first month, the month of January, and maybe you know the channel Unes Anes, and they were in 2020, and then they deleted the channel, and they're not gonna come back, but it was Ethan from Crank Gameplays and Markiplier, and I just wanted to make a spread for them because I really enjoyed the channel. So we have again the cover page, then I made a calendar, and then we have my habit and mood tracker. I really enjoyed this theme because it was the first time back into bullet journaling, my own stuff, and I just went all over the place with black paper, Dutch doors, gluing stuff in and everything. And also was the first plan with me that I uploaded on my channel. I can link that if you want to see it. Then I have a sleep tracker, a work tracker, but I didn't work because my work is part-time. I can choose if I want to work or not, and I didn't this month. Then I have a study space to write down how much I studied and for what subject. And then I have how my grades work in school, because it's nice to have it somewhere. Then I have some video ideas. I don't think I want to show them, or at least not all of them, but you can see it down there. I have my YouTube subscribers, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'm not sure if that's still like that. Then let's move on. We have a tests page and exams, because January and December are always heavy on that part, so I wanted a place to write down what I have and also what grades I did get. Then we have more video ideas. I think you can see those. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna make them. So then we have assignments. Very important, even more when you have distance learning. I just write down what subjects the homework or the assignment is, what I have to do, if I understood it or if I need to know something else, what date it is due, and if I have done it or if it got cancelled or something. Then we're going through my weeklies. I don't have much to say. I made a Dutch store there. As I said, I was very excited to get back, so I made everything I could think of. And also these are a lot of quotes from Unes Anes. Then we have a gratitude tracker, because it's very important for me not to get into a bad mindset, and that was very helpful for that. And I also made a timetable so that I know when and where I need to be in school. Then more weekly spreads. This is also how I did my weekly spreads in the past few years. That was the setup I used the most. Then we have a food tracker and a social tracker. Then a step tracker and a digital balance, because I'm way too much on my phone and I wanted to track it, but I'm not sure if it made it better or worse. I think it just stayed the same, but I can see how much I spent my time on the phone, and it's not healthy, I would say. I mean, I even made days without phone and days without laptop and phone, and they are both 0, so... Then more weekly spreads, and here I wrote down some things I need to know for the exams, what themes will come, or just stuff I need to know. Then I made a dream log because I thought it would be interesting, more video ideas and my video plan, what I want to upload on what day. And I also wrote down how long it is, I think. Yeah, okay, not that time, but later on I also wrote down how long the video is, how many views, comments, just to know which videos are the most liked or the most watched. Then another weekly spread. Also, this is one that I like a lot, because you can write down a lot. You can see the calendar, and I also had place to write down my video calls from distance learning. Then it was the middle of the semester, so I got my semester report card and I wrote it down. I also was very proud of it because I didn't have I only had good grades. There wasn't anything under a 3, and that's good. I don't know what your grading system is, but for us 1 is very good, 2 is almost very good, and then comes the 3, so, and then 4 would be not so good and 5 would be bad, so in case you don't know. And my average is a grade of 1.6, so it's a 2, I would say. And I was very pleased with that. And then I have another assignments that I wrote wrong, but never mind. I still know what I meant, so that's not important. But I just ran out of space in my other one. And then we come to February, and maybe you notice I was very inspired by the colors of the year, ultimate gray and illuminating, and I just wanted to make a theme with it. Then I made another calendar. Also there is my 1 year anniversary with my channel, and there I made a little heart for Valentine's Day. Then we have my mood tracker, my habit tracker, and my social plus mental tracker. I don't even know what mental tracker means, I only used it as my social tracker. And I wanted to make little Pantone swatches as my mood tracker. Then we have a sleep tracker and dream tracker, and my gratitude log, and a little quote, my step tracker and digital balance. This time I was a little better. I had 1 day without laptop and 1 day without laptop and phone, and I even had 7 days without phone, so that's good. I mean, maybe you should also say that I'm a content creator. I mean, I'm not very big or anything, but I just made it my goal to post every Saturday, and also to just be a little bit active on my other social platforms. And for that I also need my phone and laptop quite a lot, so some days I just can't not use them. Like, I need to use them. And then we have another food tracker, and I also wrote down what tests and exams I have, but there weren't many in February. Then I have assignments and homework again. That's a very important page for me, because I need to remember. So then I have video ideas and video plan. Then we have weekly spreads, again with the video calls I need to be on. There I also wrote down my 1 year anniversary. And there is Valentine's Day. But this year I didn't have a Valentine's, so then I made a page for books I want to read, but I only read 4 of them. But it was just, I was in town and just bought some books, and I wrote them all down because I wanted to read them, obviously, but I didn't get to all of them. Then here it gets a little bit more exciting, or a little bit different, because our school decided to make a new rule or a new form of teaching. So I had 2 days at home and 3 days in school, and then it changed the next week. So this week I was 2 days at school, next week I will be 3 days at school. There just were 2 groups, and it just switched between it. I also wrote it down here, and also on the days I had to be at home, I had video calls where we got teach stuff. So, and now here you can see it switched. So here the first 2 days I was in school, and here the first 2 days I was at home. And again, I like this layout a lot. There's just so much you can do with it. I also added a reading log. Then we are in March. I think this is one of my favorite themes. It was inspired by Phineas's American Cliché. I think the song released in March, or at least I found it in March, and I really wanted to make a theme with it. and I really like the collagey look of it. Then the calendar, I also really enjoy how that looks, and also for that month I was able to use my typewriter. Maybe you can see it here, and that was very exciting because I rarely get the chance to use my typewriter. Then we have my habit tracker, my social tracker, and my mood tracker. I just really love the color combo and how it all looks this month. Then we have my gratitude and my sleep and dream tracker. Also, maybe you notice some splashes here and here. Here's my step and my digital balance. Like here there are raindrops because I had it laying under my window, and my window is, I don't know how it's called, but it's not like that, it's like that, like it's tilted, and if it rains, it really rains inside of it, and my bullet journal was under it, and I didn't notice right away, so it got wet. Then we have my food tracker with tests and exams. I had a lot of tests this month, and I also like to write down which grade I got. After that, another assignments and homework page. As we already discussed, this is very essential for me as a student. Then after, we have another video ideas and video plan. Oh, see there, I started to write down the time. And also, I didn't just write down after one day how much I watched it, but after 1 day, 7 days, and 2 weeks. Then we are at the weekly spreads again. I also very like this layout because it's very simple, and I also wrote down a little receipt that I like to cook and I didn't want to forget. Under there is another day of the week. I don't know if it's the smartest idea to have a receipt there, because will I ever remember that it's there? Who knows? And again, video calls and a little to-do list. Then again, it was exam and test time, so I made another page with the exam, the date of the exam, and what will come to the test. And after we had the test and the teacher corrected it, I also wrote down the grade I got for it. Then I think I don't even need to say anymore that these are my favorite spreads, because you can see it, I use them a lot. And again, I changed it up a little. Now we have a brush teeth with gel log, a reading log, and you can change it up how you need it. Then I made another assignment page, but this time I tried something different. I'm not sure if I like it. Also, it just wasted a lot of space because I didn't need as much as I thought. I also wrote down tests and exams again because I thought there would be more, but there wasn't as much. There was just one other. And again, one of my favorite spreads. And this time with a Dutch door. And I tried out the 20-20-20, so 20 minutes of moving, 20 minutes of journaling, and 20 minutes of growing. So I made 20 minutes of yoga or cleaning something up, 20 minutes of bullet journaling, dream journaling or something else, and 20 minutes of growing. I would learn something if I have a test, read something, or I also counted if I watched a YouTube video where I could learn something. Then we have another reading page. Again, I wrote down what I want to read, the title, the author, and the rating. But again, I didn't really use it, as you can see. Also, these 5 I wanted to make a video with, but I don't have time to read 5 books in a week, so I never finished it. And the video also is unfinished, and I'm not sure if I ever will finish it. Then another layout I like a lot, because again it's very simple. Oh, maybe I should also say I like to differentiate between what I did and what I have to do on that day. Then I made some more trackers, a notes page, and I think that's the end of March. So here we are in April. But I messed up in April because I made the calendar first, and then I noticed I didn't make a cover page, so I made it after the calendar. And now you can see the theme is 6 of Crows, because in this month the Shadow and Bone Netflix series got released, and I wanted to make a theme. I think I already made this theme, and then I noticed that it will release this month, so it fitted even better. So we have a habit tracker, social tracker, and mood tracker again. And this time I also wanted to make a productivity, but I think that was the only month I made it in, because it's like in school you don't ever have a day you don't need to be productive. There you need to learn, make homework, or go to school almost every day, so it didn't make much sense to keep it in another months, because I would need to color it in anyway, so I just left it. Then I made a bigger gratitude. It's just sometimes I have much to say, sometimes I don't have as much to say, and but I never know that, so sometimes I make huge logs, sometimes I make small logs. I don't ever know it before, so. Then we have another sleep tracker, step tracker, and digital balance. And again, food tracker, exams, tests. And again, the grades I got. Another assignment page. I don't even know if it's interesting if I just repeat everything that stands on the page, but I don't know what else to talk about. Then again, we have some video ideas, and there I planned for a video. I don't know which one it was. I think it was a online thrifting video, and there I just wrote down everything I need to know, like the price, what it was, how much shipping did cost, and yeah, that's just what I did there. And other video ideas I had, and a video plan again. Then weekly spreads. I really like this one because it's so simple and with the feathers in it. Then we have a tracker page. I just put all the trackers together. So we have a dream log, 2020 log, clean up, enough water, gel. That's just a gel I need to brush my teeth with because my teeth are very sensitive. how often I cleaned my ears, how often I read. I didn't read at all, as you can see. Moisturize, editing, Instagram and TikTok. I also think I left those three out after. I mean, like, I changed my trackers quite frequently because I will notice I don't need it or I need something else, and then I just change it month by month. But I think these three I didn't do anymore at all, because editing, it's similar to the productivity I track, because editing I want to upload every Saturday, so I need to edit to make that, so it again doesn't make much sense to have it as a tracker. And Instagram and TikTok, Instagram, first of all, was a little bit strange because I tracked my private profile and my YouTube profile, and that was weird for me. And also, I don't upload as frequently, so it also doesn't make any sense to color it in. And I'm also not planning on doing it frequently because honestly I don't have time for that. And then next to it I have a brain dump page. This page, sometimes it's very useful and sometimes I don't need it. But mostly if I have it, I will just write random stuff down because I don't want to have an empty page. But yeah, actually it wouldn't be as bad to have an empty page, but something in me just has a need to fill it up. Then we have another weekly, and I also made a little playlist. I don't know why I made a playlist or why in this month, but I made one. I think I found some songs again that I didn't want to forget, so I wrote them down. Then I think this was the first time I tried out this layout, and I really enjoyed it, and you will see it more often. There I wrote down my timetable, how it is in the 1 week I have to go to school and how it is when I don't have to go to school. Or no, when I have to go to school on Monday and Tuesday, and then the other week when I have to go to school on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Again, my video calls, notes, and just the weeks. The weekdays. Then again, a weekly spread where I messed up the numbers because I wrote down 19 and then I wrote down 21, so the 20 is missing, but then I wrote it down here. It's a little bit messy, but it was okay, it did work. And then here, because I messed up the numbers as I said, Shadow and Bone release. And that's pretty much all. This also actually is the same layout as this one, but I just changed it up a little so it fits the theme better. Then again, so this time I wrote down a A instead of the washi tape I used before, and A just meant attending, so A is the day or are the days I have to go to school, and the other ones are the ones I have at home. Maybe you noticed it was quite messy in this time because many people forgot how when they have to go to school and what homework they have and until which day the homework is, because we never were sure are we in school now or not. But I found a good method with just using a planner and marking where I am in school and where I'm not in school, and just writing down the next time I'm in school that I need to bring the homework. But that just was a confusing time for all of us, I think. And now I made a page for Shadow and Bone because I wanted to write stuff down, and where would it better be fitting than in the theme I made for Six of Crows. And so I just wrote down my thoughts. You can stop the video if you want to read it, but I'm not gonna say much to it. Also, spoiler alert, of course. And I also haven't read the Grisha trilogy at this time, but now I have. Then we are in May. I made a wave theme, a calendar. I tried a little calendar this time because I wanted to try it out and I wanted to know if I have enough space, but that changed. That's the good part at bullet journaling. You can always change it up how you need it or how you want it. Then we have tracker, social, and mood. I really like this one. This is a painting originally, and I wanted to make it as my mood tracker. Then we have another gratitude page, again a bigger one. Then we have sleep, digital balance, and step tracker, food tracker, and tests and exams I had. I also started to write down not only the test in this month, but also in the next month, so I can see what I need to learn for next. Then another assignments and homework page, video ideas and the video plan, and I think after that month I stopped using it. I'm not sure if it was after that month, but I stopped using video plan and video ideas because I found out about Notion, and it just works better for me to make that on Notion and not in my bullet journal, especially because sometimes it will change and then I need to cover it up, or I would just wait the whole month or just like the whole week and waited until I posted the video to fill it in, and that's not really what I wanted it for. I wanted it for planning and not for filling it out after I had everything finished. So that didn't really work. Then we have a weekly spread, again a similar one to before. And I think in May I had a lot to do, so I made just simple weekly spreads that just look the same, just in different colors. And then we are in June, and there you can see I used watermelon sugar as theme and watermelons in general. We have a calendar again, habit, social, and mood tracker. I really like this mood tracker with the melon, but actually I don't even like watermelons that much. I always just say watermelons are for washing, drinking, and showering at once, because you can't say that this is food, because I wouldn't agree. And then we have another gratitude, steps and sleep tracker, digital balance, tests, exams, and food, assignments and homework, video ideas and video plan, so I kept it still, but just as I said, I didn't keep it forever because it didn't work. Also, this was the first time or maybe the second time that I posted something on my second channel, but my second channel is German, so it's not for everyone. And I also don't post a lot of things there because that's just when I have a lot of time and am able to make something, and that's not very often because I would rather do stuff on my main channel. Then the weekly spreads again. And again, I use this this layout because I like it a lot. And here my niece was born. Then again, weekly spread, and I used a Dutch door, but I actually messed it up because I wanted it to go over there, but I also wanted to make watermelons, and I thought it would be enough space, but I didn't plan that the watermelon also would need space. But I still like it, and this way around it works. Then the last weekly spread, it looks very messy, and maybe it is, I don't know, but it worked. So we have, I think I made it this way around, yeah, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so on and so forth. And then I realized I didn't have enough space, but it also was just 3 more days, so I just cut out some paper and glued it in so that I have enough space. Because there I just wrote in brain dump notes to buy, to do, and I didn't realize I needed that space for the last days of June. But I just made it work with this flap thing. And after that, we have a little page for my niece and my nephew, and I also want to glue in some pictures, but I didn't want to do that now because their privacy. And I think we're finished with the first journal, so there are just like 3 pages left, and as you can see I already used some things to fix mistakes, and I will just continue to do so. And we can look if there's something inside. Oh yeah, there is. This thing I can show you because that's how my father made my laptop work and my passwords and everything. And this was for the first theme for January, but I didn't need it. And now let's look at the second journal of 2021. It is this one, and this one has a little Wiener Dog on it, and it was a Scribble and Dot notebook, and again I bought it off from Amazon. Oh my god, they look very thick. That's nice to see. This one looks even thicker. So here we go. Again, my name, when I started it. Then it already had a key and index inside, but normally I wouldn't use it. I started to use the index, but I didn't really need it and I stopped using it. Then here we have a grid spacing page again, and a cover page with a quote, the future log, and year at a glance together. Again, I just use it for birthdays. Then the goals that I didn't use because, as I said, I already wrote down everything in the other journal, so I didn't need this one. Then my report card. This was the finished report card, so the other one was in the middle of the year, this is the end of the year, and my grades even got a little bit better, but I also need to say I think they gave us better grades because of COVID, and when you had a middle grade, like if you were between a 1 and a 2, they would give you the 1. And so I have a average of 1.4, so that's very good. But I'm not sure if I can ever reach that again, because as I said, they were very friendly with the grades, and I don't think they will do that now. And here I plan to write down all my subjects, but I didn't get to it. Or maybe I should say I wrote them down here, and this is on my pin board, so I don't need it in my bullet journal. But maybe I will just fill it out someday so that it looks nicer. Then we have the first month, July, and again I made a cover page, a calendar. Also this month I wasn't sure what the theme is. I first wanted to make it cacti, I think, then I wanted to make it flowers, and in the end it's just green, but I like green, so I don't mind. So after the calendar I have habits, social and mood tracker. I saw that on an Instagram profile. Maybe I can find it, then I will link it. And I really like the idea of using washi tape as mood tracker, so I tried that out. But next time I should use more different washi tapes, I would say, because you can't really see a difference between them. Or you can, but you need to look very, very well to see it. Then we have a sleep and a step tracker, a smaller gratitude and a food log, assignments and a work tracker. But again, I just don't learn because I will never work as much that I need a whole page. Digital balance, and it looks like there it started that I used Notion, so I wrote the video ideas on Notion and also my video plan. Okay, I still wrote down my video plan but not my video ideas. Then we have a weekly spread and a brain dump, more weekly spreads, and then here we are in August. That's actually my birthday month, so I wanted to make something that reminds me of birthday, so I just made a little thing, I don't know how that's called, a calendar, and there I made a lot of balloons. And there the theme was Melanie Martinez pity party, because it's about a birthday, but she sings about the birthday where no one comes to visit, and I experienced that a lot. I know that sounds quite sad, but it's just because my birthday is in the summer holidays and mostly people are on vacation, so that's why. So I have a habit tracker, mood tracker, and a social tracker again. There I changed up my sleep and my step tracker, and I think I kept it like that after. And I tried out my budget in my bullet journal, but that didn't last for very long. I also use Notion for it now. And then we have a food and a gratefulness tracker. There I also tried out to write down if my food was vegetarian or vegan. And yeah, I think I also mixed it. I mixed the food. First I wrote down the food and then I wrote down what I was grateful for. But I didn't like this layout as much, so I changed it again. Then another full page work tracker I didn't use at all, my digital balance and my video plan, weekly spreads. I really like those because of the colors and everything. It just was fun to make them. Also, I really like this one. It's just like baby colors. And this one is contemporary colors. I don't know how it's called in English, but just like the opposite color on a color wheel. So lilac and yellow. And then this is the last page of August. Again, just like a weekly spread, notes to do, and a brain dump. And then we are in September. That's also one of my favorites because it's like light, dark academia themed, and I just really like how it looks, and I really got into browns. So we have a calendar, habits and mood tracker, sleep and steps, gratitude, digital balance, and I finally learned that I don't need a whole page for work, so I made a half page, but as you can see that's still a lot for only 2 things I needed to write down. Then assignments, homework, tests and reminders, and food. Then I think here somewhere, yeah, I wrote it down there. I was on a vacation with my parents and I just collected some things from there, like a museum ticket and I think the train ticket. Just more weekly spreads. Oops, I skipped something. Yeah, more weekly spreads. There we had a school trip and we just hiked up a mountain and then we got some car to drive down again. And also, this isn't an effect or anything, maybe you can see it. The printouts aren't very sharp and like they are washed because my printer is bad and doesn't work right anymore. More weekly spreads, and I wrote down my new timetable because somehow the school can't make a timetable that lasts at least for the first 3 weeks or something. They make a timetable, 3 weeks pass, they make a new timetable, and that one is the one that will stay for the rest of the year. Then we are in October. There I just made a simple theme where I just used autumn colors, so brown, red and yellow. We have another habit tracker. This time I didn't like to make a mood tracker, or first time I planned it but I never made it, so this space is empty. Then a sleep and a step tracker, my gratitude, digital balance and work. Then again assignments and homework and food. Weekly spreads where I tried something different. I tried to make different layouts, but I didn't plan how big I would need it. I just went in with watercolor and drew some boxes. And then I just filled it up with what I thought would fit best. And some of them stayed empty because I didn't have more to write down, but I actually like how it looks. Then this time around I changed it up a little. I drew in the boxes with a fine liner and made some details with watercolor. I also like how that looks. It's very simplistic, but it still looks very fun. Then there I took the fine liners and the colors and then drew in with watercolor. Again, there's a lot what stayed empty, but I don't mind how it looks. And then we are in November. I also like this theme a lot because it's just a lot of collaging, and I really like collaging, and I also really like how it looks. So I made a cover page and also like a quote page. Then we have a calendar. Again, habit, mood, sleep and steps. Another gratitude log that I didn't even finish. Then I made a cool Dutch door with some transparent paper. There I wrote down digital balance, work, and then I just have some more pictures behind it. My assignments. Then I really liked how that looked, and I didn't want to write something there because I thought it would mess it up. So I just hid it behind this, and we have more pictures and my food tracker. And then we get into the weeklies with more Dutch doors and more pictures. I just really like how they look because they always have some fun part in them. Then another Dutch door. I really like this drawing. I found it in an art magazine and I just wanted to glue it in like it is. Then the last 2 days of the month and more pictures and a note section that I didn't use. And then we are in December already, so the last month of the year. And again, I made a cover page, quote page, and a calendar. I also should stop using notes in my calendar because they are all empty. Then we have habits, mood, a quote, sleep and steps. And it's the last day today, so I didn't fill in the last day yet because that's today and today isn't finished yet. Then another gratitude log, and then I made a gratitude for the whole year. And it was very, very helpful that I have so many gratitude logs, because if you would just ask me now what I'm grateful for this year, I couldn't tell you anything because I don't remember anything. And this year just passed by so fast, I don't even know how that happened. Then we have another digital balance. Again, I didn't learn. I have a whole page for work and I don't need it. I didn't work a single day this month. Then we have an assignments page again, tests and exams, but a lot of them I had to cancel, or like I didn't attend because I was sick and I wasn't there, so I didn't write it. But now I need to make it in January and have even more tests. Then we have another food tracker. This time I was very bad with filling it out. There are a lot of days I couldn't remember what I even ate. And maybe you're also wondering why I even have a food tracker, but that's just because I want to make sure that I also eat healthy food and not just fast food and stuff like that all the time. And I also want to make sure that I don't eat the same thing every day. Except for there, because there I ate soup every day because I was sick. And next to it I made a little quote page. Then we have the first weekly spread, but that was, I think there I was beginning to get sick, and then I didn't use any of those because they're mostly school related. And then again I wrote down test exams. It's very good to write it down a few times because then you will remember and actually know when you need to learn and for when you need to learn. Then I also have notes and to-do, ideas, and a gift. Again, a quote from myself, because I really like writing and I also write quotes myself, but not all of them because that would be too time consuming. And then the last weekly spread of this year, and I decided to make Dutch doors, so they look like that. And I just used washi tape for the edges because I thought it looked pretty. And I don't know what to say about that. I just like how it looks. But actually I don't think I will do that again. At least not so many. I think in the future I will just make one flap because it was kind of hard to write like that. And there I used washi tape that says Merry Christmas because there is Christmas. And here we are in the last week. Also, maybe you notice some days I wrote it down like this, like everything I did, and some days I just wrote down what I had to do or what I accomplished or what movies I watched or something like that. And that was just because sometimes I don't have time to fill in my bullet journal and it will just lay around for 3 days, and when I come back to it, sometimes I just wrote down the important things somewhere and then I will fill them in later, or I already know that there won't be much happening on the day, so I just start with things I need to do like today. Like I just write down that I want to upload a video, I want to film, what I want to film, and what else I have to do. So that's what I did today and some of the past days. And there I wrote down some Christmas gift ideas. And after that I planned out my 2022 setup. That's already up on my channel if you want to watch it. And then there's nothing else. I just cut out some things if I needed to cover up mistakes, and the rest are just empty pages. But I think I will still use them for something. Maybe for more Dutch doors, or if I need to cover up something, or if I just need space to write something down or to show something. And in the back we have a pen test. And let's see if we have something inside here as well. Nope, it's empty. So this was my flip through for 2021 with those two journals. I'm very excited for next year because I really enjoyed getting back into creating my own spreads, and I'm excited to continue that habit. So that's all I have to say.